Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? It is Saturday. We're gonna do our review early, our recap. I got 12 people so far in the building. I got my girls here tonight. I don't know. I see EJ in two spots. I don't know which one to click, but we're gonna figure it out. And we are here tonight to talk about Power Book 4 Force, and this episode was called War and Ice Cream. So we're about to get it in. I sound a little nasal and congested under the weather, but I'm gonna keep pushing through, and we're gonna get it in tonight. I got my ladies with me tonight. I got EJ from EJ the TV Junkie. And I also got, this is our usual, this is like my girls this week. And I also got Tamika from Tamika's Den. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Hello, hello,
Y'all wake,
hello.
y'all wake, y'all wake.
Yes.
I know. I sound a little out of it, y'all. And I apologize. I'm up, but I'm gonna push through. What's up, EJ? I know she said she gonna be here in a couple of minutes, so I'm gonna give her a couple of minutes to get here, and I'm gonna just see who's in the building so far. But before we start, um, I set up a poll tonight, and I don't know if every other I gave the other ladies the questions. If they set it up tonight in they feed, please cast your vote. If not, y'all could come over next week. We'll have it down like if the vote, it'll be in all three chats, so that way you can see it. But tonight's poll question is, let me give y'all the poll question, y'all. And hey, Samika.
Hey.
All right, so this is tonight's poll question. Do you think Miguel Garcia knows Tommy and Diamond took his shipment? Let me know what y'all think. Cast your vote. It's a yes or no. And by the end of the show, we will be wrapping that up. And let's get into it. Let me see who's here before we get started. We got Bria, LSW, Lady Virtue, Shannon Gonzalez, Queen, Cool Gamer, Inga, Rashandria, Nanette, and Michelle. So come on through. Waiting for everybody to come on through. Hey, LSW. Um, I know it's Saturday. If not, you just catch us in the replay. Let's keep it moving now. So, what was your thoughts about this episode, Tamika?
I didn't like this one as much as I like the other two, but it still entertained me. It was some parts that made me laugh. Some parts that I was getting pissed off with, cursing out the TV, my usual. One part that kind of surprised me. It was like I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming in that way. And then
Mm-hmm.
I would say Vic, even though I still can't stand him, was actually my MVP. I wasn't mad at him. He
All
took a
right, all
shower,
right.
he washed his behind, he had on
Mm-hmm.
his suit, and he took that racist out. So I was here for that.
He done washed his stanky booty, and
Yes.
went into it and started his plan, and it's coming through so far. But we gonna get
Right.
to that.
Hmm.
So you know, I, I I was satisfied with the episode. There was a lot of they still doing the making Tommy look like a superhero or whatever. But
Hmm.
I did enjoy this episode. I laughed. Um, I'm liking how Kate's character is changing, but I'm worried about her at the same
Yes.
time.
Yes.
I'm worried about her about the
I'm
same
there
time. But
with
we're
you
gonna
with
get
that.
into it, and I know I want you to take the. It's a part of this episode that this is your forte that I want you to discuss. So you already know where I'm going when I say that. So I'm letting you know I'm putting that in your field, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, moving on. Let me get to the like I said, if you're just coming in, hit the like, hit the share, put us up in that algorithm, y'all. Holla at your girl, my voice sound horrible, y'all. I'm so sorry. So yeah,
It's
so
okay.
we gonna get into it. We gonna start it off, and I guess we gonna go with it like this. So we know that Tommy came to talk about the first thing he want to talk about is his car.
Hmm.
He's pissed. His car got hit. He approaching Diamond, and he knows that it was somebody from Jenard's crew, so basically he wants to step to them, and
Mhm.
he's letting Diamond know that he's going to do it in a diplomatic way. And I would, at this point, I was kind of like leery on how he was going to handle this. Was he going to be quick to go to the hammer and handle it like that and let his piece talk?
Mhm.
Or was he going to really do it a diplomatic way and talk, discuss it? And he did. He went there and talked about it, and he knows that Diamond don't have his crew in check.
Mhm. You know.
What's your take on this as far as how Tommy is handling this situation?
I mean, as far as the conversation with him and Diamond is what I would expect, but when he said, "No, I'm gonna go talk to Jenard," and he's like, "I know how to be diplomatic," I'm like, "Do you really, Tommy?"
You
But
know?
um, it's kind of giving me like what's beef because I was expecting. I just said it last week when we was doing that review. It's funny how they both was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," it's on site. But when Diamond came, he actually listened to him, and I get that because that's his older brother. But I kind of expected him to have more heat for Tommy when he came. So it was interesting to see that even though he was like, "What the hell you doing here?" He
He's
still heard
still gonna
Tommy.
listen to his brother, right?
Yeah, he still heard him out. And when he walked away, regardless of how he felt, kind of similar to when Diamond came to him, he knew it was true to what he was saying. And he
Right.
basically put him on the spot, like either you handle it or I'm gonna have to handle it. And you ain't gonna like when if I have to step into it or whatever the case may be. So Jenard definitely does not have control of his people.
No. He's losing control of everything. He's just like,
Hmm.
it's like somebody flushed the toilet and he's just going down the drain. And that's what exactly what it looks like. Somebody
Hmm.
flushed the toilet and the caca is going down the drain, okay? And we get to hear with Walter Flynn. I know he tells Vic that he knows that Claudia locked him out of those dialysis accounts.
Hmm.
And now his money is locked up where they gotta make these moves like this. And he lets him know here that everything with Dublin is really not solved. So
Right.
when you see Vic in this picture, that's when he get that light bulb in his head because he knows
Yes.
now that his father lied to him, and
Hmm.
this is when he gets the light bulb in his head to put this plan in action. And I'm just gonna go ahead. We're gonna be all over with this, but we're gonna talk about the episode. What was your thoughts on Vic's whole movement this episode? Hey EJ.
Hey,
What's up, EJ?
What
hey
was your
y'all.
thoughts? You just gonna come in here and you got the shy background and we talking about Power Force.
My bad.
You cross co-mingling the shows. I know everybody's on both shows, so we gonna get them
I
mixed up.
know.
My bad. I had
It's
just
all
did a
right.
review over that before I left.
I know. I know. We
Um,
all we all getting it in and getting these reviews out and stuff. So I get it.
yeah.
What
Honestly,
was your
I was
take on
kind of
Vic?
proud of Vic, y'all. I was happy that Vic is taking a stand. Like he's doing what he thinks is right. I don't like Walter anyway, so I take all the help we can get. And it's even better. It's better with him. Like that makes it a lot better for me. So I liked
I
it.
I like what he did.
Hmm.
I like what he did. But moving on. Now they had a stop the violence rally, and we find out now they all here. All of these culprits here. See, we got CBI and treason on one side and the other. Y'all see Jenard here. I mean Bakari from the Shy.
Yeah.
He's here. I forgot his name in this. I
Mm.
can't think of his
I
name
think
right
it's
now.
Marshall, but when I was doing my review, I still was calling him
Call him
Bakari. I know
Bakari,
who I
right?
was
Yo,
talking
it's
about.
hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's
Yes.
hard. But I like this kid Leo.
Hmm.
Leo or Leon? I think it's Leon. Yeah. So he had a good impact. He had a good speech. We see that she gets her task force now.
Hmm.
So now that that task force is there, they know the word on the street. They know that the task force is out there now. Jenard is looking for little K, but his boys ain't giving him up. They like, well, you know,
Right.
you find him how you feel, because they feel like they sticking with him. They feel like he did the right thing. So as far as this goes, Tamika, do you see when was the point that you started seeing all of this blow up in Jenard's face?
I mean, it's already been blowing up in his face. He just he literally got the walls tumbling down on him from all the situations he got going on with Miguel and the Serbs and Owen them. This was the last thing he needed. Once that little girl got shot, we already knew she was gonna get approved for her task force. That was like, unfortunately, you don't want to see this child get caught in the crossfire, but without it, she probably wouldn't have got the task force. So now she's getting what she wants to be able to move forward. And this is bringing more heat on them. And that was the last thing they needed. So, yeah, he's just in a hot mess right now. Mm-mm-mm. You on mute, Moochie.
What was your thoughts about this whole thing with it's another question I want to ask y'all, but it has to do with Lieutenant DeFranco, but I want to
Mm-hmm.
get to that a little later cuz he wasn't in this scene. But what was your take with this? Do you think now that this kid is spoken up, are they going to continue to come after him?
Probably so, yeah. I would be worried about him. I'm
I
thinking,
am.
well, we didn't get there yet, but I'm thinking Diamond is probably about to try to help him in some type of way. But yeah, the heat is definitely on with him.
Mhm. I didn't even
Hmm.
peep it when I first watched it this time.
Hmm.
I thought it wasn't gonna be a problem,
Right.
and then it just went left. I love your hat.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So now we get a lot of apologies in this, and people make trying to
Hmm.
make amends with people, and it's about
Exactly.
time that JP done said something to
Hmm.
his son.
Yeah,
Like, how
I
wait
actually
this
was like, y'all
long?
just having this conversation, but of course, you figure we was worried about him being shot and then him having the infection, so I guess we didn't think that was the number one priority. But
Hmm.
yeah, we definitely was getting a lot of apologies and amends, and you know, why did you leave? I want some answers, and you can ask me all the questions you want to ask me. I still was not too happy with what the response was, but I was like, I guess we got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, I wasn't happy to. With I thought at first with this first conversation, I was kind of like, nah, he did some sucker stuff with this.
Hmm.
He not tackling it like he's supposed to,
Yeah.
as far as like telling him how he feels about what's going on. So I feel like
Hmm.
this is like a bozo move right here, like the way he handled it, because he wasn't ready to he not ready to deal with that right now. He, and he still feels a kind of way about it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get to
Absolutely.
that, AG? We are gonna get to that because that was one of the funniest things. Look, I'm glad I almost made that my trivia question, but I knew y'all was gonna get it.
Hmm.
Anywho, so you know what I wanted to ask y'all with this with DeFranco. Now that this is a joint task force, Chicago PD with the what is it DEA with them. Now they're
Hmm.
combined. They done combined their forces. But DeFranco's not happy about how Marks went about this. He's not happy with how, like, the move she made to get this task force because it's detrimental to his career. But I'm kind of feeling a certain way because when they went in the car, he was saying you're gonna get your task force. So how are you turning around and you're mad about this now because she put you on? I'm not getting that.
Yeah, she put him in the mix. I mean, he was telling her that he couldn't have anything to do with it. He was
Mm-hmm.
very adamant about that part. I also thought it was interesting. I know I heard, I think it probably was Demarcus because he works with stars and he be knowing all the stuff. And I heard him say something about them being married. I wasn't really sure. I didn't know if they was just dating or what. So of course that was confirmed. He was like, "You put my job on jeopardy. You putting our marriage in jeopardy." I said, "Oh shoot."
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
actually like him. I feel like he about his business, but he was like, certain lines we can't cross, and you knew what you was doing because she tried to make it seem like it was kind of a heat of a moment thing. He's like, no, you're very smart, and I know that you purposely went this route. And then it was like, oh well, I trust you. You're the best. I wanted you on my team, but I guess you know how they say it's not what you do, it's how you do it. He didn't like the
Yeah.
way she went about it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you this, EJ. Do you think that she is going to sabotage this case by being overzealous?
Mm, Honestly, I don't think so. She don't strike me as a Jenny or a Blanca. I just think that circumstances are just not going to work out for her. Is how I think it's going to work out. But I don't think that she's going to pull any type of moves like how they do. How they literally just suck. I think she is actually going to do a good job, but stuff just ain't going to fall in line for her.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Yeah, I actually agree with EJ, at least from what they showing us so far. Her and her team seem to be smart, and the tuna definitely seems like he's very like he knows the people in the street and all of that different kind of stuff, very strategic, not like a lot of the officers we've seen in the Power universe. So
Right,
it's gonna
right.
be interesting to see how it play out.
So now that we have Tommy going to visit everybody. So I'm gonna just take every visit. We're gonna talk about him visiting Walter Flynn. And he kind of implicated, he didn't say yay or nay as far as it goes with Claudia. Do you think he's trying to set her up because he knows that she's ready to venture out on her own again?
I think that family is, regardless, is important to him. So I don't think he's going to, but I think he also knows that Tommy ain't crazy and that Tommy is really just trying to confirm it. But Walter is Walter, and he's still a little arrogant with his stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't think that he would sell her out just because he cares about family way too much, regardless of what she's done. He still got this thing with family. So I don't think so.
You on mute.
Before I get to the first, because I was coughing, before I get to the first trivia question, excuse me, what was your take on him robbing Claudia of the money and robbing her safe? I thought he did a boss move with that because he had to take her down a peg or two. He's still her
Yeah.
father at the end of the day.
Yeah. I
So
was
I
laughing
was
at
with
that. I
this.
didn't care. I said, listen, she taking some L's. I mean, you can't think you was going to freeze the accounts like you really was going to be able to be in control and freeze his accounts and nothing wasn't going to come back to you. It made me laugh when she said, I'm not 16 years old, but you acting like you are. So now I done canceled your credit cards. Yeah, I done went in your house and took your shit.
Yeah,
Like, what you
yo,
going to do about it?
I thought it was a boss move on behalf of Walter Flynn.
Yeah,
Had control everything.
I love it. I don't like Walter, but I did like that. I love that part. I was like, that's what you get.
I agree too. I don't care for him like that, but that was a boss move. So now, this is the trivia question, the first trivia question for the night, y'all. What was the name Paulie called Tommy? It's a New York. He said that's a New York phrase.
Oh God.
I know you can't remember, Tamika. Or you being? Did you put it in the chat? Oh wait,
Uh,
hold on. Let me see. Okay.
I remember it. I don't know if I think I remember it. I don't know how to spell it, but
I can't remember it. Like I
I'm gonna
can hear
try.
it, but I can't
Yeah,
like
you got
hear
it,
it.
Tamika.
Uh,
He calls him a moat. That's right. He
yeah.
said that he called him a moat. That is like something they say in New York, the
Hmm.
Italians. So he's using Italian slang. So I thought it was funny. I wonder if they gonna get this, and I'll use that. Oh, J.G. Whitworth got it. All right.
Mhm.
Okay. So my next thing is now we got him going to Little K's grandmother and the cauliflower comment was the best because we all been talking about that funky
Yes.
looking ear. Excuse
And
me.
he should know, like, you not only do you have a distinguishing mark, because you know the first thing they say is, did they have any marks? Did they have any tattoos? Things of that nature. But you out in the open. First of all, little K is dumb because you out in the open taking out the trash. Like if you ain't got people looking for you. Then I was like, how the hell did the damn lieutenant get there before?
Because he know. Remember, they all
Bernard, I
agreed. Remember,
said
they
you
was
moving
all.
slow. Yeah,
Remember, they
but
was
you
all
know,
together, so they know each other.
right.
So he know where he
But
lived because they was
he
in the
was just
same.
all obvious and out in the open. So I loved how grandma came with them cookies and just let him know. Like, boy, that daggone cauliflower ear, I will definitely, anything happen to
She
my
said, "I will
grandson.
pick you up in a lineup."
Mm-hmm.
She was not playing with him.
Yeah.
So, EJ, you want to say anything about this, or you
No, I
good?
just thought it was funny because
I
I've
thought
been
it was
talking about
funny
that because
too.
I honestly didn't notice that ear for like a minute, and then I said, "Is something wrong with his ear?" Like I kept trying to figure out
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with his ear, and then when she talked about it, I was like, "Oh man!" But I mean, the only real like actual thing the real thing that I have to say besides that is that this is gonna come back to bite Jenard in the ass.
Yeah.
This is definitely going to come back to bite him now that he's, well, I guess we'll talk about that later, but I think that
Mm-hmm.
that distinguishing mark is what's going to get him, and that's what's
Yeah.
going to make him get in a situation to
Unless
where
he
he
plan
might.
on taking grandma out too. But if grandma's like my grandma, she probably got that rifle,
Grandma got
hammer by
heat.
her bed.
I'm sorry, Grandma got heat.
Yes, you already
Grandma got
know.
heat. She got heat. Don't be surprised. It might be in the damn cookie tin.
Exactly.
What up,
Listen.
What's up,
Grillo?
Grillo?
What up,
It's probably in
Lulu?
the cookie tin or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. But now Tommy confronts her. Now that he confronts her, I had a problem with all these sit downs because y'all just went to war, and I know y'all trying to be civil and all of that, and I get it because of the police. The block is hot, but I just was like, he just walking freely with this car, and I mean, it's about time he done changed to that truck now. But he has
Mm-hmm.
no choice. But the feds already
Right.
got the car.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, in a real world, we would have changed that car. We would have had our heads on. We would not still be going by Tommy, but
Yeah.
we in the universe, so we still got whatever, and we could go wherever we want to go. I didn't need these sit downs either. I didn't need you to come and ask Claudia no daggone questions. This is just like the theatrics. I mean, just take her out. I don't give a damn. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what we got to conversate about. And it would have been nice if
Exactly.
she could have just kept it real and been like, yeah, I did it, but she ain't got the heart.
Yeah. She didn't even have the heart to say it, but he already know. You already
Mm-hmm.
know. Diamond got him where, oh, we're not sure. Let's not make a mistake. You have to be sure. I don't
Yeah,
understand.
Diamond is kind of drilling that in his head. You don't want to make no mistakes. You want to be, sure. Brillo say he's still team treason.
I
I
thought
don't
Jay
know,
did a good.
Brillo. I
You still
don't know.
wait. You said you still team treason?
I'll let that one go.
Yeah, I think we
They
gonna
not
have
on
to
the
let
win.
that
They not
ship and
going. They not
sail.
go. They.
So we know that we see Rojos. I think Jay did a
Hmm.
good job. He did a pretty
Yeah,
good
this part
job.
had me cracking up.
I was laughing. I thought it was good. I thought the whole thing with the lawyer, I thought that was
Hmm.
great. Some of my pictures didn't come out. The pictures when they went to the prison. They not here.
Mm, it'd be like
What's
Mm,
up,
yeah.
AKJ?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
I did like this scene. He was talking his mess. He was like, I don't give a damn if you got $5 keys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought it was a good scene. I liked the way he talked to the lawyer. He peeped
Mm-hmm.
out how everything was how his his product ain't moving, but it's new people, and
Mm-hmm.
he ended up getting them for 2 kilos. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So let me
Was
see
y'all
what we.
surprised? I mean, we knew that they was gonna get in there, but in terms of how 1 minute the CEO was trying to say to Diamond, like, "Oh, you thought you was gonna stigmatize me and I was gonna be
Yeah,
down with it." Then she flipped it
I
like
had
I was
all of
just
those
joking.
pictures. I don't know what happened with them. I'm
was
like,
was y'all surprised that she was
okay.
down?
Yeah, I was surprised she was down, but I was glad she was down.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
was glad she was down.
I was glad she was with it, and she just was like, "What you?" When he was like, "I don't want you up in the mix," and she's like, "What you baking?" I was like, "All right, she with it, she with it," and he was like, "You with it?" And long as she getting the D, she
Mhm.
with it,
Right.
she with it,
And
and they
her, as
bringing
long
it
as she
in
getting
there.
her money,
Yep,
she
she
straight.
Yeah,
bringing
She
it
she.
in
got
there,
that
and they
paper.
bringing it in there. It do look like popcorn if you look at it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He putting
But
it
I
in.
ain't know we could go on visits and bring popcorn.
Well, I know they have. Look, let me stop. I'm just
Look,
divulging
it's
too
been
much.
years since I visited somebody.
Look, look,
Things may have
they have a
changed.
microwave. They have a microwave deal where y'all can have snacks. Okay.
Okay. I was like, oh, we could pop popcorn.
Yeah,
Okay.
they could pop popcorn. They
What's up,
probably got to put it
Detroit
in a clear
Queen?
plastic bag though. I don't even think they're gonna let it
Yeah, I
rock
don't
out
know
like
if they
that.
would just let you have it like that, but who
Mm-mm,
knows?
not like that.
Hmm.
Not like that. The whole thing, they was doing too much looking anyway, because they be looking at you when you be,
Yeah,
they be looking at you through dark tints or whatever. Like you don't know they looking, but they looking.
right.
So
Mm.
yeah. So then that mean she got people that's with it when she do her
Yeah.
visit things, I guess.
Hmm.
That's the only thing I could see with that. What up, Detroit? So
Yeah.
moving on. Moving on. That's TMI. Look, that's my personal business. All right. Anywho. Oh man. All right. So we already talked about that. This, I knew he used Freon with this, but how? I think he knows already. That's the question for tonight. Do y'all think he knows that they took the shipment?
I'm kind of 50-50 on
Me
it.
too.
I
I'm
feel,
50-50.
yeah, I feel like when they came back the second time, I feel like he's starting to give them the side eye. At this particular moment, I'm not really 100% feeling like he is, but I feel like, just like he said, I'm showing y'all what happens to anybody that even think about betraying me, but I don't think he like knew 100% for sure. That's
Yeah.
how I felt about it.
Okay, Monica said, I think he knows.
I think
All
it's
right.
that second re-up that's the one that got him like
Hmm.
really
Yeah, that's the one that
thinking
sent
about it.
alarms.
Yeah.
But that
So
first one, I like you said, I don't think he knew nothing on that first one. I think he just being extra. But that
Hmm.
second re-up, I feel like he giving them the side eye at that point, like he thinking.
Right.
yeah. Now she tells him, if you go after little K, you gonna have a mutiny on your hand. And Jenard noticed they already ready to turn on him. He saw
Right.
that when he went to that rally. They
Exactly.
not even giving him up to look for him.
Hmm.
So I think Jenard, it's safe to say, you think Jenard lost his troops at this point once they find out that little K is gone?
Mm, I mean, he may lose some. They don't necessarily know for sure that he did it. I mean, they probably have a good idea. But like Jenard said, I mean, she spoke facts, but Jenard kind of spoke facts too. He was like, at this point, I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. I'm effed up either way. Because not doing nothing less y'all feel like y'all could do whatever the hell y'all feel like doing no matter what I say, and doing something when y'all felt like, Tommy really should have been taken out to begin with, that's gonna damn me too. So either way, he really wasn't in a good position. And at the end of the day, he missed his shot with Tommy. It wasn't even like he got him. This little girl ended up getting hit. So it was like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
couldn't just let that lie. Little K had to go one way or another.
So
That's true.
what's your take on this whole thing with this whole deal with Michael Weller? How this deal they want them to deal this bad batch of pills to the south side, the black area of
Right.
Chicago, and he's used a racial epithet, and Vic was not feeling that.
Yeah.
Vic was not
Soon
feeling it.
as
He
he
was ready to
said
check
that,
him.
I knew his days was numbered. And
Oh
I said,
yeah.
Walter should have known not to bring Vic around somebody that's talking like that. And he's still over here mourning over Gloria. He done pulled himself out of bed this morning. Like, he should have known better. He talking about, ain't no problem, right, son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he knew that was over with. Like he was gone. I was like,
Hmm.
well, he's gone.
Right.
All right, so we look. Let me see what else. I think it's one more thing. I I got another wait, I'm trying to get to it, y'all. I'm sorry.
You okay?
Hmm.
All right, so this is the word scramble for tonight, and then Tamika, I want you to talk about this. So this is the word scram. Put it in the private
Oh.
chat, ladies, if you got it. It's self-explanatory right there. If you got the word scram, people in the chat, please put it up in there. We got 63 people in the building. Hit the like, hit the share, put us up in that algorithm, y'all. You know,
I can't
holla at
spell
your
it
girl.
because I can't spell right now, but I know what it
Uh-huh.
is.
I know you know what it is. Look.
Yeah, I'm getting like a spell check right now. I see the lead, but
AG
I
said
know
it's
what I'm talking
cauliflower. No,
about.
it's not, but that's a good one. Stay tuned. It might be another one next time.
I'm like,
Excuse me. Up, Tina
Yeah,
got it.
Tina got it. Hmm.
All right, that's alcohol is anonymous. So, what did y'all think about Kate's share and Kate going through these steps, trying to make amends with everybody?
I was here for it. It was one of my favorite parts on here was seeing Kate actually trying to make amends. Whether she tried. Like even though I know everybody was expecting like something else from her, I was like, man, it's a big step for Kate. I mean, she really tried it. And then hearing what she said in the meeting about her mom, it made
Hmm.
sense. And at that moment, I understood a little more. I mean, this was a kid trying to raise some kids at a time when, having a child of color wasn't necessarily, something that everybody could handle or deal with. Like, I don't, I got it. So I was like, oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. I wish she had said that to the people who needed to hear it, though. But at
Hmm.
the same time, I was glad that she said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. This is definitely a different side of Cake. We usually used to Cake kind of being comic relief and just being her usual nutty self. I felt like this was a confirmation because we kind of touched on this and said that we thought it could be some stuff with, the fact that he was black and the way her parents may have thought about that and all of that different kind of stuff and her just being wild and out there. And so I felt like it was a confirmation. I think we talked about that either in like a pregame or one of the previous reviews or whatever. And she just kind of confirmed it in the meeting. I do wish she would have went into it a little deeper with JP, just the same way I wanted more of an explanation to come from him when he was talking to Marshall. I wanted a little bit more from her that way. I laughed though when she just like literally had the long list looking like she about to say a whole bunch of stuff to Tommy. He like, okay, come on. And then she just goes,
He
I'm
was like,
sorry. And it's like, what else?
he
That's
was like, that's it.
yeah, that part had me cracking up. I'm not even gonna lie. But then it was kind of reality for JP because the same way he kind of wanted more from her and was about to be like, well, what do you mean it was complicated? He had to think about it like this is literally the conversation when I just finished saying to my own child of it being as complicated. So how I'm gonna argue you down about something that I just did. So, kind of was an aha moment for everybody. But yeah, this is different. And it also made me a little worried. Like, we getting this changed Kate now that she became a grandmother. So, it's something about to go down. I
So
Mhm.
don't know.
now I'm glad you said that. I'm a piggyback off of One Shot Gaming's question. This
Mm-hmm.
only means death is around the corner for her? Do y'all think
That's
so?
some, that's
I'm
how they
I
set it up.
I hate to say it, but I'm seeing like 2 nails being put in this coffin this episode as we talk about this. So yeah, I agree with that. I do feel like she's knocking on the Grim Reaper's door. And I don't want that, but we gonna see a side of Tommy we ain't never seen, especially now that they gotten closure with certain things now. This is not gonna be good.
Yeah.
We gonna see
And
him
if
get
y'all
like
think Tommy was hunting people down for Liliana, if it's something where somebody take his mama out, they can just hang it up.
he gonna be like John Wick, yo. That's how they gonna have him.
Real.
I'm just saying. So moving on, I felt bad for this kid. But do y'all
Yeah.
think Dominic gonna teach him how to fight?
I think so. I could more so see him doing that, even though, we know the PO was being funny with that whole thing anyway. I mean, he was being funny, but wasn't with the free haircuts, and that's cool too. But I could more so see him taking people, younger generation or whatever, young boys like this under his belt and maybe teaching them something with boxing. I mean, he
Well,
was a
then he
boxer.
gonna have to really wean himself in the straight and narrow and be more of a
Right.
silent partner.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes this route, this could go really sideways if something happened to that boy.
Do
They gonna
y'all
be
think that PO gonna come back to see what's really going on downstairs?
ooh, I don't know. That old man kind of made it. He kind of made it. He kind of like helped smooth it out.
Yeah, and it was believable.
Oh, Monica
Yeah, it
M
was
says
believable.
that
And
child
then
won't make it.
wait, who said that?
Monica M.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I saw that, and I think this might make Diamond even go off the deep end if something happened to
Right.
that boy.
Yeah, that could be the flip side.
Yeah. So, what y'all thought about D Mac wanting his hammers back?
D Mac said, "Look, he ain't crazy. He know what's going down. Shoot, like he needs some protection. I ain't mad at him."
D Mac better sit his behind down. And I was so mad. That was another thing that pissed me off with JP. How the heck you gonna put the hammer right there in the drawer in front of him?
Thank
Like, I
you.
want to
Thank
jump through
you.
the TV and drop kick him.
But he don't got no street smarts. D
I'm
Mac, he just
serious.
know.
Come on
He
now.
not used to. He know how to handle stuff like that. But
Tommy said, "Keep it on you." He's sitting here.
yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm putting it in the drawer.
Well, not for nothing. D-Mac probably know how to use that hammer better than his daddy.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
he
that's
do.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right.
D-Mac know how to handle it. His daddy
Yeah.
know.
So he know what he doing with it. Okay, she said D-Mac need to sit down and yeah, so I'm gonna go to the next thing. I don't know what happened to a lot of my screenshot. Wait, maybe it's the last group. I don't think I put the last group in here. That's what happened. That's what had happened, y'all. What had happened was that I ain't put the last group of screenshots.
I be like that sometimes.
Yeah, my bad. And I think this one even. All right, this is the last group.
Oh no, don't say that. I don't want
I don't think
D-Mac to
so.
die.
I
think
don't want
D-Mac
him
know
to
that.
either, but I want him to
No.
either go. I want to talk about that when we do the crossover video because it has a lot to do with that. Okay, let me get this last clip so that way we could discuss this and then we pretty much I got a couple of other things and then we pretty much done. I got another game.
Uncle Tommy will handle nephew if he goes off the deep end. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Step in with him because his
And
daddy
it make me laugh too that he always call Uncle Tommy when it's time to talk about getting back in the streets. But Uncle Tommy,
he was like, I ain't even trying to hear him though.
Somebody, you handle that.
Yup, he was like, you handle that. So I with that, I was with that. I'm just hoping I think he is gonna end up getting back into it though.
Oh yeah, that's what he knows. So and then he know that Tommy into it. And I don't think D-Mac is crazy, so he probably know that his daddy would be down. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't that crazy. I feel like he be paying attention. So I think he gonna definitely still try to be in the game. That's what he like. That's what he want to do. What's up, Daria?
I feel like he needs to stay in behind the scenes though, because he is smart. The kid is
Yeah, he
smart,
definitely is.
and I feel like you putting him and if you put him in this, I'm not liking it.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they gonna put him in there. I think he gonna try to go do it himself. Like I think he gonna try to get back in there. Maybe even on some weird stuff, thinking he helping. Like you know how people be
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Like, but I just think it's gone. I think Tommy gonna get him together though.
Yeah, because we already know he's smart as far as technology, things with social media, math, counting money. And while we haven't gone to the damn bar yet that Tommy bought for him, oh well, you know.
I like his grandmother. I like
Yeah.
Lil K's
Little
grandmother.
K grandma.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she not playing with him. She not playing with the police. She not playing with the gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
She's
He
like
needs to not
you.
be playing with Lil K. He done
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
like I'm like, when is she gonna say something to him?
Mm-hmm.
you know what I don't understand? Why didn't Lieutenant Franco tell him his grandmother that it was a little child that passed, and he's came after some people. He didn't even mention that, and I was like, he should have mentioned that, because you covering this guy, you covering your grandson like he's an innocent person and
Yeah.
he's a victim, and
I
he
do
really
feel like
isn't.
the detective could have told her something about that, because at one point he even was like, "Oh, do you want to talk about this in front of, your grandmother or whatever? Like, let her go inside and cash her check so we could talk by ourselves." I felt like she should have stayed and heard the conversation and really what he was up against. But he did let her know, like, "Yo, stuff went down, so your grandson is in danger. I'm trying to help him before anybody else could get to him." So it's like she have an idea and she know that he out in the streets, but probably didn't know every single detail of it. But yeah.
I think she figured it out. I think she know what it is. I just don't. I think you just have to know
And
that
also,
especially with
why
all
you
that other
didn't
people.
send his behind away? Because I'm sorry,
Exactly.
Grandma, you wasn't gonna be able to
Yeah,
protect him, but so much.
you mean you don't got no
Exactly.
folks down
Right?
south?
They was quick to send you
They
down
quick
south.
to send you. We gonna send you down
Yes,
south because the
that's
people after
right.
you. Shoot, they ain't decide to send this boy to the country. I'm just saying.
Nah.
So we see. Look, Jenard is really turning into. It's like a Cinderella moment here, where his freaking car becomes a pumpkin.
Not a pumpkin.
Excuse me.
Yeah, they did that. I was
Yo,
like,
they did
dang.
him dirty. He was chasing after his own car. He like, I'll get that to you. I'm gonna get that to you Monday.
Yeah, that part was funny though. I was like, well, damn, how much money does Jenard owe them? Like, because we did see him give them Merkovich's money. That was supposed to hold for a minute. He was supposed to
No,
continue giving
he
them
gave
money.
them Garcia money.
I mean, yeah, Garcia, that's what I meant. And then he was supposed to continue giving them money so he could give them that property. So it's like for them to come and surround him and take his car and leave him on the street running. He like, I'm gonna get him his money. I'm gonna get him his money. I was like, damn, they got him looking bad.
Okay, do you think that I feel like Gemini Dunn is on point with this. I agree with you, Gemini. What's up? Thanks for coming through. Jenard, just go back to Big Bro and apologize. Everyone sees through you, bro. Just give it up. Give it
I
up.
don't know if he's gonna apologize, but I know when we was talking about predictions before the season even started, I was saying that somewhere down the line is gonna have to be something that bring them together, and that Diamond is gonna have to, help him or something. And I didn't know what it was gonna be. I feel like after this episode, yeah, he gonna have to come in and be like, "Am I my brother's keeper?"
Yes.
Do you feel that way too? Big Brother's gonna be to the rescue, EJ?
We don't have to. At the end of the day, we see that he still cares about his brother, in some way, form, or fashion. I mean, but and in theory, Jenard cares about him. I mean, when he walked up on him the way he did when he came to see him, like, I mean, he could have been grimy and took him out because they already said it's on site whenever, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
the fact that they've both been in each other's presence and nobody is gone yet tells me that they still have some sort of, they got love for each other. It's just right now they on opposite sides. And you tried to take me out. Like, you literally tried to take me out. So I get it, but he a big brother at the end of the day. And I think that it's gonna be one of them family over everything type of things. And if the Serbs, I think that's what it's going to end up being. He's going to have to help him with his Serb situation.
I think so. I agree. Now, somebody had this question and had this prediction, and I'm gonna write it down because I'm gonna see if what y'all think about this. Jenard might snatch D-Mac for leverage or ransom. Someone will find out Tommy has family. So this is the prediction. Getting snatched up. Jenard snatching up D-Mac. What y'all think about that? It's possible.
It's possible. It can happen. It can happen.
It's possible, but I think I see JP getting snatched up before I do D-Mac. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna say D-Mac and JP or JP. And
They already did the JP thing once
yeah,
before.
they did that before.
Oh yeah, they did do that.
Okay, 60 plus reviews. Thank you for the super chat. If Tommy doesn't take over the drug business this season, what do you think would be his next move to shut down the Mexicans and serve? The next season has to have him in charge of the drug game. I agree. I believe that Walter Flynn is going to be finished thanks to Vic. I think he's going to be out, or his business is going to be in shambles. And I could see them doing this because if the way Tommy got it set up, if the Serbs and the Mexicans keep going at it, they're gonna just annihilate themselves. That's what he's banking on. Where either they don't be as dominant where he could just take over. Because by the time they continuing to go back and forth with each other, Tommy done snuck in and took over. They already got the prison.
I
Yeah.
kind of feel like the Serbs is gonna go out before the Mexicans because the Serbs is looking real weak, to be honest.
I
They've been
agree.
looking weak for a minute, but you never know because those that's at the bottom, be finding a way to rise back to the top. But
Right. So
Yeah, I think so
I
too.
agree with that. How do you feel, EJ?
Oh, I agree with Tamika 100%. I think the Serbs will go out first before Miguel. And I think it's only fitting. I mean, we've been dealing with these Serbs, and they, took out a couple of they top people. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all we got is Markovic at this point, and if we go ahead and you go ahead and take him out, I mean, they've been taking out they top people for a minute, so I see them going first.
Right. Okay, so he says we're 2 episodes away from episode 5. The one they said was gonna be good. The one they said we're gonna hear about Ghost. Okay, so you're saying episode 5 we're gonna hear about him. I do y'all think we're gonna see him?
I doubt
We're gonna
it.
hear about him. We already heard about him in the first episode.
Yeah.
We heard about him in the first episode when they was breaking down when they found out who Tommy was. So I explained that when I did the
Yeah, we have been hearing about the Serbs since the original power. Definitely. They've been around a long time.
yeah. Yeah. So they're their biggest problem right now. But I feel like they're kind of weak right now at this point. But I want to cover this before we move on.
Tell me you got questioned by that detective.
Because there was nothing to tell. He ain't have shit, and I knew it.
That easy.
Yeah, that fucking easy.
You gonna make a deal with him?
The fuck is you talking about?
You ain't no fucking wire, is you, nigga? Huh? You ain't no fucking wire. You in here talking about my supply? Trying to get me to motherfucking say I sell drugs? Nigga, what the fuck is up?
About me, man. You the one letting outsiders in and they killing our guys. All right, you ain't got a bag, you ain't got a pot to piss in, and now you got your motherfucking hands on me? Get your hands off me, bro.
Look, that whole thing right there, that's what made Jenard basically take him out. That was like this, like
the
you
truth
talking
hurts.
about him like this, that you not running stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Little K is stupid. One, I would have never picked him up, and two, I would have never been pulling over no damn where. Okay, but that was a good scene. He was trying to fight for his life.
He was fighting for his life. I thought it was a good scene. It was a good, it was a good deletion.
Yeah, it was.
It was good. I like that.
Jenard, Jenard's acting was fire. It was believable. What do y'all think now that he's hitting the hardcore stuff, y'all?
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
But I can't even say that. Remember, I made this prediction last year. A year ago, I said Jenard was gonna become a junkie.
Yeah, it was Junkie Jenard, and I agree with you. And I thought it was gonna be Dahlia, but I'm glad they took Dahlia out.
We thought it was gonna be Dahlia.
But I honestly did not see him going on heroin. I can't stand Jenard. I think he plays his part good because he makes me not like him. But at the same time, it was like, damn, I ain't want to see him go to that. Like, it's bad enough you do your cocoa. I thought he was gonna stick with the cocoa. You old kid talking about give me that H. I said, not heroin. What are we doing?
I was like, he went to the hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, did y'all see the way he looked in his face? And when he that dude was acting his ass off, y'all.
With the tongue and all of that.
Unbelievable.
With the tongue and all of that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was believable.
Yeah, it definitely was.
He did a good job. Good job.
Yeah, now he really gonna be wilding out. We thought he was wilding out before.
Which is why Diamond is probably gonna have to help him out,
right?
Because he about to do something stupid.
Yes,
I think so too. Now that he messing with the H,
yes,
and he's already paranoid from the cocoa when he was messing with that because he's really out there now.
Yeah.
Said Shanti, I
don't know what's the next dumb move he gonna make.
Yeah.
She said she betting on him. She betting on him. I was like, girl, you betting on the wrong person. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
She needs to cash her chips in and go ahead and
his fingerprints are all over everything, and then you just sitting there chilling in the truck getting high when you should be taking it somewhere and burning it the hell up.
Okay, so is it safe to say at this point that Jenard is the weakest link, and if he gets picked up, he's going to snitch?
Yes, absolutely. That is my prediction. He is going to give it up. That's gonna be,
and he not gonna give his brother up. He gonna give Tommy up.
That's who exactly. Should he might give his brother up? You never know. He might either or. He don't care at this point. But
says Jenard needs to take a seat next to Kate at the next AA meeting. Yeah,
you know
exactly, and that's because look, if you think about it, you got he did a sloppy job. You know what I'm saying? It was in the heat of the moment, so it was definitely sloppy. So you got a lot of evidence there that's left, and we ain't dealing with no stupid cop. Like we're not dealing with nobody that can't get the job done. Like dude is gonna figure this out right from the jump, and he is gonna use this to his advantage, like he was trying to do with little K. He didn't pull it all the way through, but I just felt like he kept leaning on him, and if he actually came up with something, he might have been able to pull it off. But yeah, this fool is over.
Do y'all think that that Lieutenant DeFranco is gonna come right at Jenard this time? Because he already was saying before he left that task force office, he was saying, I will have the person that took this little girl out right away, and I want to get to them before the other crew gets to them.
Yeah, I mean, he showed us since the first episode that he's very competent. He got his ear to the street. He knew about the split. He knew who CBI was, who treason was. You know, he knew about Chewy immediately, knew to go to Little K. So I don't see him having a hard time with this. That's why he just was like, damn, when he seen Little K laying there on him by that trash.
Mm-hmm.
Because he needed him to confirm. Because he basically told him, he was like, look, he basically was like telling him, you gonna get a pass for this because we want a bigger fish. Because we know that you did this. You know, so it's not like he didn't already know. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do. He said he was gonna go out there and found him. He went out there and found him. But then it just so happens that doggone what's his name got to him first on accident. It wasn't like it was on purpose, but you know. But yeah, it's crazy. Dude is not playing. I think they got a formidable opponent in this one. I think he is gonna get to Jenard somehow, some way, and Jenard is gonna try to snitch Tommy out. Especially with him being on these drugs like this. Like, he ain't living by no codes right now.
No, he's not. Definitely not. So I'm gonna look at this. It's a lot of comments in the chat. Steve says Miguel wouldn't off his family if he thought Tommy was the ones that robbed him. Jenard is the weakest link and 100%, and might be off soon. So y'all think he might get kicked the bucket? Well, that's a good one.
He can go.
He could go.
But I don't think he gonna go. But
I don't think he gonna go.
I don't think so either. I think they're gonna keep him around. I think he's gonna have 9 lives like how Dre was.
Right.
Okay, maybe D-Mac blanks Shanti on accident targeting Jenard, then may sober up and have more fuel to hurt Tommy. I could see that happening, definitely.
Now, I don't know if it's gonna be D-Mac, but I could see Shanti being the one catching bullet.
I wonder if Chicken Wing was somewhere in the shadows looking when Jenard dumped Little K body, because for the right money he'll tell the
he sure
would. You right, Kenzie. You not lying. Okay, do you think Little K grandma is gonna lead the cops to Jenard? Heck yeah! She gonna talk about that fuck you in your ear.
Unless something happens to her, she's definitely talking. That's not even a question.
Yeah.
So then, do you think that she's next? Do you think Jenard gonna go take her out?
He might have to if
he might have to,
his right mind, because she told him, she said it point blank and period. You got a distinctive, your cauliflower ear. You know, I can pick you out in the lineup. So if he's smart and if he's, you know, not coked up and H'd up, then he knows that he has to take her out. That is the logical next play. But, you know, he has I don't know what right now. So
Okay, Little K's mouth was too fly for somebody with the hit out on him. Look, he was talking reckless in that car. That's why he got, you know, choked out like that.
Because they ain't had no respect for Jenard. That's the problem right there. It wasn't even that. He don't have no respect for him. And when they ain't got respect for you, they gonna talk to you any kind of way. He ain't think Jenard was gonna do nothing. He thought he was about to drive that car on and keep it pushing because Jenard wasn't gonna do nothing.
Okay, Bobby gonna flip and join Tommy. Tommy ain't had an inside man on payroll in a while. And where is Ben again? What?
He robbed Diamond and left. And
I don't know. I
mean, gone.
That you talk about Lieutenant DeFranco, he might. You know what? If Tommy gets him in his pocket, then he's good. But I don't see the way he looks now. He looks like the straight and narrow cop right now.
Yeah, he looked like he about his business. I could see maybe one of them other ones.
That the sister ended up hurt because of, you know, the bad drugs that Diamond had. Remember last season? What did happen? Where did he go?
They got rid of him. They scrapped a lot of it. Yeah. That was it. He ran off with his head between his
mess out of
him.
I wish Grandma wouldn't have said that now. So now that she mentioned that ear,
you know what I was thinking for a minute, but I know we was not gonna have Jenard, you know, taken out now. But when she was giving him those cookies, I thought maybe she had slipped something in them cookies. I know they
You
was hard as
know?
hell.
I
I was
said,
thinking that for a minute though.
maybe she put some crack in that some H in them cookies. That's why he had a little craving for them. Okay. Now, this is the last word scrim. I mean, not the word scrim. This is the when Tommy text how many it was a text he sent out to Maria. What was he asking her?
about driving. Could he teach her to drive?
Yeah.
Right. Now he gonna be like, ride it.
He just want to ride me
10
tomorrow.
o'clock on
You
the
know what he
dot.
wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, so they gonna meet up.
Mm-hmm. Finally,
So,
because he texted her a couple times, and
and she
before
didn't
he was just seeing
respond.
the little dots, and then it would stop. He was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, they
Driving
got driving
lesson, all
lessons.
right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jenard is the new age Scully. I don't
Oh
even think
Lord.
he ill like Scully.
I
That
don't think
sound
he
like
will.
to me Garcia is more like Scully with the torturing tactics.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we gonna wrap it up. That's it. We've been here an
And
hour.
D-Mac took that hammer out and put it in his freaking waist. I'm
Now we
really
gotta worry
hoping.
about where he going with the hammer.
Right.
To the streets.
All
Damn
right.
JP talking about, oh, good night, son. I just wanted to freaking kick him.
So do you think that the Serbs is gonna get taken out by episode 6?
I could see it. I mean, Power have a tendency of bringing in people and making them a certain way, and then we see them go off fast. I would like to see Miguel and them last a little bit longer. I want to see more from them. I want to see more from Grandma. I want to see more from Chi that he went and had that meeting with. Maybe Miguel doesn't necessarily last all the way to the end. I don't know, especially since we see him with the diabetes and all of that. But maybe the other ones, we got to see something more. Y'all can't just,
All right, so
no.
let me ask y'all this question. Now that he's gonna have this driving lesson with her, do you think he's gonna find out Miguel's weakness through Maria?
It's a possibility. I definitely don't think they showed us that for nothing.
Yeah.
I think there was a point to that.
Yeah.
And Tommy is the fool to go ahead and light you up. He'll pull a
Mm-hmm.
battle on you.
True. He probably make him go into one of them diabetic comas.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. You know why I'm thinking that? I saw that in if anybody saw the movie The Accountant, that's what they
Mm-hmm.
made the guy to.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think they're gonna do something like that to him. I mean,
Yeah.
stop me if I'm wrong. That's one of my predictions. I feel like Tommy's gonna be like the mad scientist with that, and give him a rural injection. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Okay,
just like it when Tommy be doing reckless stuff.
I need
Mm-hmm.
to see Abuela more and the connect above him.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
to see that too. Definitely.
Yeah. And Power does have this thing where they try to take out the people, whatever the thing is, they try to take it out by the end of the season, but they didn't really do that last season. So we might get a little bit more of Miguel because I mean Walter Flynn's still
Right.
here. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
I think
Yeah,
he
because
might be here longer too.
I feel like that's something they do in all of the universes, and I wish they would stop. So I don't mind if they stick around a little bit longer and
I
put some
want him to
heat
stick around
underneath them.
longer.
Yeah.
I want him to stick around longer.
mm-hmm.
All right, so that's all for the night. What y'all got going on your channels, ladies?
Monday
ahead.
we gonna be here for the shy, y'all. Tuesday, myself and EJ, the teamer. And Thursday, I think is movie night with the ladies. So, we just keep it going.
Oh wait, we taking off this week for movie
Oh,
night.
it's
Remember,
next
we
week,
gonna skip
Thursday.
this week. So new movie night will be the following week.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
so and then we gonna be back on the merry-go-round again doing all these shows. Y'all know what it is. What you got going on, EJ?
Girl, nothing. So whatever y'all got going on is what I got going on.
I know that's right.
Now we're gonna be talking about Zatima. I just did 2 videos for Zatima, and then one for Power and one for the Shy. That's 3. I can't count. I still have to edit 2 of them rather and upload those. So I'll do that, and then we'll talk about Zatima. And I thought movie night was gonna be this week. I thought we skipped last week, but that's okay. We'll figure it
Oh
out.
wait, we
Oh
skipped this week, right?
That's what it
Yeah,
was.
that was the
thought I
mistake.
was
My
going
bad.
crazy for a
I
minute.
knew it was something I got mixed up. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. So this Thursday we should be doing Bobby Brown's story, and then we'll do it every other week after that.
Yeah. Oh, and my reviews are up for Love After Lockup for anybody that watched that crazy hot mess. And and for the Shy and for Power and for Zatima. If y'all want to check those out, they there.
All right, so what I got going on, I got my the Shy recap, just my quick thoughts on it, but I will be on with the ladies Monday to talk about it. But I like to get my little thoughts out about it. And I got some other things coming through. So just keep your notifications on. Hit the like. If you didn't check out, me and Nita was live yesterday where we did the whole ear hustling thing and listening on Shirley Strawberry's jail calls. And we was talking about that and just giving our little input on that. So
That was
y'all want to check
interesting. I
that
didn't
out.
even
It
know
was
all
good,
of that was going
so
on.
and me and Nita got a lot of other things coming. So keep y'all notifications on. I will be live with Miss K tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Force and we're going to get into it. So hit the like, hit the share. I'm about to close out this vote. And then we're going to get out of here, y'all. So this was the poll. I hope y'all all went there. Do you think Miguel Garcia knows Tommy and Diamond took his shipment? So I'm gonna close out the poll, and then I'm gonna give y'all the results, and then we pretty much out of here after this.
Yeah, I was saying that that's Bakari real sister. They look just alike.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his real sister.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is the end of the poll. All right, we had 67 votes. Everybody voted. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody that was in here voted. And the poll is saying yes. 55% says yes. That Miguel knows that Tommy and Diamond took the shipment. So it's 55% yes, 44% no, and a total of 67 votes. So that was the poll for tonight. And we're going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you ladies for coming through and holding me down while I have my little coughing spells and all of that. And I want to just thank y'all all for coming through. God bless y'all and have a good night, y'all. And